Hello Capricorn, this is your general April tarot reading 2025. I'm using the Grimmel Catkins Curious Cats Tarot, and I'm using the Housewife's Tarot. And I was just told to get the Housewife Tarot. I don't know why, but I think it has to do with spring cleaning and keeping everything in order and not getting stressed. That is the message for this month. So you come in with the Seven of Pentacles at the beginning of the month, and all over the month, the all over energy, the theme card or the catalytic card. So take from this reading what resonates with you. Also, this means that you should be tendering your garden, as we have just broken into the spring time. We've had the solstice and we've got Mercury retrograde until the 6th. On the 29th we have the new moon on the 29th, and I'm taping this on the 29th. We'll have the new moon. It is a partly eclipsed moon, so make your wish and watch the eclipse. Also, we are, like I said, we are in Mercury retrograde until the 6th, and around the 13th, 14th we will have the full moon. On April the 12th it will be the pink moon. Don't get it muddled up with the strawberry moon, which is in June. But we have the pink moon because of the pink blossoms, like the Chinese cherry tree. Also we have the flower moon in May, and then the strawberry moon in June. It is all related to the time of year. Now also the overall energy on the second deck of cards is the Two of Cups. So this, you might be trying to balance your emotions, or you might be actually balanced this time, because you've come out of hibernation and you have woken up like spring and starting to blossom like the Seven of Pentacles. Something is ready to pop. The bulbs are coming open and popping open. So this is time to reap. Also, you could be meeting a new soulmate. This can be a friendship that you've had for a while, and now you feel comfortable and that they protect you and that they're loyal, and you are like-minded people. You understand each other without finishing each other's sentences. But also perhaps trying to balance the finances. The Two of Cups is soulmate and balancing and feeling happy. That said, with both of these theme cards, remember and keep your projects, nurture your projects and keep them watered, I wanted to say, so that they will grow and that they will come to fruition, and be patient. At the beginning of April we have the Nine of Swords, so you might have sleepless nights because you are perhaps worrying about things coming to fruition, or that are you going to harvest or not. But take care, you know, I mean, after a winter, the cold, the hibernation time, we all need to wake up and see the beauty around us. If you haven't noticed, I have. A lot of people seem to brighten up and get busy in the garden, reorganizing, getting ready for the summer, just when the spring has come in, when we are seeing new colors, yellow, pinks, yellow, white and blue from the hydrangeas, and the ones that are also a bulb, but they're like an egg, like an Easter egg. I forget the name, but they smell very, very strong. You can have them in the home or in the garden. But the hydrangeas is one of my favorite flowers, but that's a big shrub. That said, don't worry so much, okay? Don't let anybody worry you. Here you are looking up at the black cat and you can see the ribs. So don't starve yourself of sleep. That's how I could interpret this. But only think of the now. And there was at the weekend, there was a good saying, be happy now, because the now is always there. So be happy. This reconciliates with the weekend's reading. So don't worry until you get to the bridge and then start worrying on how you're going to cross that bridge. You've got the 9 of Wands as well. Perhaps you have been going through a difficult time and you are worried, is this ever going to go away and change? The answer, I can guarantee you, is yes. Whether it's without your help or initiation or instigation, the divine will take over, because life carries on and the divine will change the situation, but in divine time. Remember, time is man-made, and you can take back control. By taking back control, you can change the situation, and for the better. If you stay negative, then the energy you will pick up will be negative. So stay positive, be like her. She's climbing the ladder here. She's aiming for the big picture. She's ambitious. She's wanting to reach new heights. But with the 9 of Wands, also take a rest, especially when you've got your hands full. I'm trying to translate this to you with what they are saying and what I see, because a picture says 1,000 words. So take a rest. She's got one foot on a sponge, so you might need time to heal and soak in that new knowledge that you've gained in the period that you've been waiting. This is what we call a retreat, going back within yourself, planning things, so when the new beginning is here, you can undertake action and start. And you are in control, so you will know that you will reap. Some of you might be spring cleaning. Like I said, this deck does initiate to me spring cleaning. You might be letting, not in the house alone or in the garden, but within yourself, by letting go of the old and that is of no use to you, and taking time out to sort out what is good for you and keep the good memories and experiences and learn from the negative and letting them go. You're making room for the new experiences that you will be going through in the near future, because the light is at the end of the tunnel. Face this beautiful pink moon that's coming in. Also in the second week, you might still feel out of sorts, but you're getting used to that energy, that everything is alive again and things are happening faster. Definitely. Now, here we see judgment, and it is translated in somebody standing on the scales. So this could mean that you are weighing things up, or you might be on a diet in the spring, so that you can feel more comfortable in your swimming suit or bikini in the summer. And I'm hearing lamb chop. You want to be as beautiful as a newborn lamb, but you don't want to overdo things. Be careful not to starve yourself of any information, whether it's spiritual or physical or mental. Also, this means that by taking time out and gaining that life experience and life knowledge, you will have a new beginning and perhaps a second chance. Okay? You're not, I'm hearing also somebody saying, take back control, don't let yourself be used, because you're not a lamb chop, you're not a piece of meat. You are a person. You deserve respect and recognition. And that could be a reconciliation. So remember, if you're going back to try again for a second time, there will be a stronger you coming out. You're no longer the caterpillar, you are the butterfly. So feel free to fly. Remember, if you're worried about a relationship, give them some time, give some space, and give yourself some space to realignment your feelings, your intuition, your thoughts, and your goals with each other. Ask for help if you need to. If this is with regards to relationship and marriage, you might need to seek advice from a marriage guidance counselor or a social worker, or if it is with a teenager. And we are parents, but the only job that we don't have rules and regulations with, guidelines, is being a parent. That is totally done on love and unconditional love and our intuition, what we think is the best for the children and ourselves. So do seek advice from municipalities or another kind of institution if you feel out of sorts and if you feel helpless. I'm hearing also if somebody's getting abused in the family, try to open up to somebody that is your best friend, your soulmate, if you have one. 5 means that you're more than halfway there, and also mega changes will take place, like that reconciliation where you thought there might not be any reconciliation, but you sowed the seeds. You have sown the seeds for reconciliation. So now is the time to weigh things up. Is this really what I want? Or do I want to go back to the same firm that I was in? And why did I leave it in the first place? So definitely take time out to think about it. Why should I? And will it be good for me? Did I learn from previously? Things like that. Ask those questions. I also have the Empress. So actually the world is your choice, because you've gained so much life experience. You might have become a mother and you're going back to work after the birth of the baby, your child. Perhaps you might have been stay-at-home mum for the last 4 or 5 years, and now you're going back to work. Or you find yourself pregnant for some of them, for some of you. So if you don't want to get pregnant, take precautions. You could be meeting or dealing with your mother, grandmother, or mother-in-law, or finding out that you are becoming a mother. Anyway, you can see throughout your reading, Capricorn, that spring has really got some influence. This is spring, because the Empress, she was the mother of, or her daughter was kidnapped by the king of the underworld, and that's why she became depressed, and that was in autumn, just prior to autumn, when and then the hibernation comes in the winter, and that's why she has made an agreement with the king of the underworld to have her daughter back for 9 months. That's also related to the fertility side of that card. So her daughter is coming back, she's happy again, spring and blossom is blooming again, and she is here until the end of December, when she has to go back to her lover. This is quite the mythology story behind this is coming out as well. You've got the magic around you. This is the card, take back control, okay? You hold the key to your life's force and your life's path, and the magic. You are the magic. You've got everything you need within you and around you to create magic. And the Empress represents Libra, and the Magician represents Aries, and we are in Aries now. So the timing is beautiful. Or a Gemini. So if it isn't a person, it could be a time frame. that something could be, reconciliation could be taking place in Aries, for example, right up from Aries to Libra time. Okay, we've got Cancer here, as we've got the King of Cancer Cups, and that is the King of Cups is Cancer prominently, but don't forget Scorpio or Pisces. Pisces was the last astrological month of the calendar, astrological calendar, and now we are in the beginning, the new month of the astrological calendar. So this is, you could be meeting a water sign, prominently Cancer, but he is the king of the water, the seas. He's a king, he's called, also known as Neptune. So he's the king of love and passion, nurturing, empathy, spirituality. So definitely you could be also very handsome and psychic. So you could be meeting a very sensitive, emotionally sensitive and intuitive person in Aries time. This could be your ex if you are separated and you're wanting to come back together again. Your cup is going to overflow with happiness, as you've got the Ace of Cups and the Magician is right above it. So this means that you will be taking charge of your life and you have reached your summit as you keep things transparent and clear. You don't create illusions. You are true to yourself and others. You want to be understood and loved for who you are and respected. You are the nurturer, the carer for others, and they might be demanding your attention. So set your boundaries, as they see you as a magical person and they want you to give them the magic. You can't do that. You can only teach them how to get back their magic and create magic, because everybody has to do it for themselves, and that means taking responsibilities and taking responsibilities, making the decisions and the choices and bearing the consequences. I know it sounds very direct and cold, but that's the true fact of life. And then your cup will run over of love, of joy, and also being able to see the beauty and the joy even in a negative world, like the real world, the big world. So come out of your comfort zone as well and be happy with what you've got and not what you haven't got or what you haven't reached, what you haven't achieved yet. So yes, and that's why I am also, sorry, I forgot the oracle cards, Capricorn, and I'm using the deck Talking to Heaven by Doreen Virtue. Talking to Heaven, that one. And I got this card for you, and it says, I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. We never say that enough. People presume that we know. So tell somebody more often that you love them. So learn from it. Also, we've got number 41, which is 5. So you've got 2 5s. And this is the 7th chakra. That's the root chakra. Archangel Uriel. And it's the red chakra. So wear red or eat red fruit. That will help your root chakra to ground you. And that's quite apt, as that's the red thread in your reading, balancing, for example, or grounding yourself. Don't be scared. You are stronger than you realize. So that I'm going to read the message from Talking to Heaven. It's funny, when I first came over here and had a chance to look back at my earthly life, I realized the way in which my own insecurities and fears held me back from expressing the true innermost parts of my heart. I was so caught up in my own day-to-day life that I didn't take the time to express myself like I should have. If you could look up to the sky right now, you would see "I love you" written by the clouds and colored by the stars. From my spiritual perspective, I know all the little things you did quietly for me and can't thank you enough. Love continues to live on in your heart, and together we can be reassured that it can never die. Remember, your friends, ancestors, family that have gone over are still with you and trying to protect you to the full. Enjoy yourself this week or this month and enjoy spring. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.